To-do lists are broken. There are always unfinished tasks. You do not know when to do all of them, but you feel that they should be done right now. Or when you do finish all the tasks, but feel even worse because you do not know what to do next. For all of us ambitious people who want to be productive every day, this is a very relatable struggle. But I finally found a solution. And no, it's not about eliminating your to-do list altogether, contrary to popular advice. The most common solution, proposed by experts like Peter Drucker, Cal Newport and Neil Royal, is to stop using to-do lists and use a calendar instead. And yes, it is a good solution. I use the calendar a lot myself. In fact, I've even made a video about it. But there are these tasks that do not necessarily fit to the calendar, at least from a practical standpoint. What do I mean by that? Let's say you have around 200 tasks, not uncommon for today's knowledge workers. The tasks are not necessarily mission critical or have to be done at a certain date. The normal advice would be to either schedule all of them or remove them entirely. But imagine Monday at 5 p.m. You finish work and are ready for home and deserved leisure time. Do you then want to spend the remaining hours trying to schedule all 200 tasks? Or do you want to do fun stuff like watching YouTube, video games, or chatting with friends? If you're like most people, you will choose the latter option anytime. So if we do not want to schedule all of these tasks, we want to compromise a middle ground so we do not forget them. And the to-do list has traditionally fulfilled that role, but it has its detrimental side effects, as I mentioned earlier. While grappling with this dilemma during a dark night in the streets, I came up with an idea that changed everything. What if we try to not finish the to-do list? Normally, we use the to-do list to check things off, and the fewer tasks, the better. But let's imagine we want as many tasks as we can possibly have. Now the task has a different role. Instead of being all about obligations, they are just suggestions now, helping us making an informed decision. So I renamed the to-do list to a can-do list. Instead of stressing about 200 tasks, we are now happy and filled with freedom. You're no longer overwhelmed since you only need to pick one of the tasks, so you might as well choose the best one. And because you have so many opportunities, you can now choose the one which is the most impactful, the most fun, and preferably both. For choosing the most impactful one, you can use this question: what is the one thing I can do now? Such as by doing it, everything else becomes easier or unnecessary. For choosing the most fun one, you can let your gut decide, or maybe flip a coin. Or like this video if you feel that the video deserved a like, so YouTube can rescue more people from being tormented by the to-do list. Thank you for being awesome. In your preferred task manager, whether it is Google Tasks, Todoist or Things, try filling up as many tasks as possible. Be creative. Then realize that these tasks are no longer obligations, but valuable options. You are, in other words, rich in options. Now that you have endless possibilities and nothing on your calendar at the moment, you can choose the one which is the most impactful, the most fun, or the one which you simply feel like doing. And maybe do nothing at all. That could also be an alternative. Just sitting there and enjoy the present moment. And remember, if you not want to do a certain task anymore, you can always drop it. If a task becomes too urgent, just put it into your calendar instead. And speaking of calendar, you still want to use it. You want to integrate both the can-do list and the calendar together in a coherent system, together with a good way of taking notes of relevant ideas and information. And if you're looking for a simple productivity system that includes all of this, you can check out this video right here where I talk about the barbell system.